It's early October and we're headed back to our off-grid cabin, and the road is carpeted with golden aspen leaves. It reminded me of the old yellow brick road scenario. What a beautiful drive up to our off-grid cabin. This was peak season for the leaves, although many had already fallen. And I was amazed at just how many leaves can fall from the surrounding aspen trees. Their golden color looked beautiful against the blue Colorado sky. But a few weeks later, torrential rains would come to the area, and the rivers would run like they usually do at high water during springtime. This was really strange for October. In fact, some communities on the other side of the Continental Divide were flooded due to these heavy rains. The creek closest to our cabin ran heavy with muddy water. The creek had been pretty much dry for the last 2 months of summer, but now it was cutting new pathways within its riverbed. I just pulled into the off-grid cabin, and it's really quiet up here. You know, since the last time I was here, almost all the leaves are gone off of the quaking aspen trees, and everything seems a little more opened up, you know. Without the leaves, you can see further through the trees, and it's a different type of look up here, but you know, it's really peaceful. The reason I come up here today is because I need to pick up our side-by-side, our Wolverine, because I'm getting ready to go deer hunting, and I thought it might come in handy. And the other thing is I'm going to go ahead and winterize our cabin. I would do a video on how I winterize our cabin, but I did that last year. If you want to go back and watch that video, it's called Emergency at the Off-Grid Cabin. And you can see how I went about winterizing it. One of the issues we have up here is last time we were up here, we had some woodland rats, pack rats, had got into our cabin and made quite a mess. I'll have to come back after hunting season and try to find out where they're getting in and seal that up. Anyway, we set some traps. I hope I have one caught. I can hear thunder in the distance. I need to take care of a few things up here. Maybe you can hear that thunder too. Sometimes in the high country this year, rain turns into snow, and I want to get out of here before dark today. So that's what I'm doing at the off-grid cabin, and I hope you enjoy it. I'll try to film some scenery on my way out so you can see what it looks like up here with a lot of the leaves gone off the trees. Yeah, hope you enjoy. Thanks for tuning in. Okay, I was able to get the side-by-side loaded, the cabin's winterized, fridge cleaned out, solar system shut down, water system all drained, and Arbiana fluid in the drains and toilets, and the pump's been disconnected and drained. And so I think, you know, if there's some chance we can get back up here until next spring, this place is good. All set up and ready to go through the winter. But we will be back. That's the thing. We will be back. We love coming up here. It's just that the weather is so unpredictable this time of the year. And so where we live, it could be sunny and it could be snowing up here, honestly. And it's not as many miles as you think away. So elevation, mountains have a lot to do with it. So I'm going to head on out. I want to show you, we had a little incident coming up here. So the roads are narrow to our off-grid cabin, and the Forest Service is doing some bridge work up higher. And I got into a section where I pulled over. I was almost climbing up the side of the hill, and a big, large truck with a belly dump in it passed me. And he felt like his back end was starting to slide off, off. He thought it was soft. And so he cut it back just a little too soon, and his back tire, semi-tire, trailer tire, boom, hit that. Pushed it right, knocked the trailer a little bit more sideways. Of course, it couldn't go very much because I had it up against the side of the mountain as it was. Anyway, you can see it's damaged. Fortunately, I had a come along with me, and we winched that fender back away from the tire. You can see that, but it was, when I felt the impact, it was a little scary. And I don't know that, I hope it hasn't messed up my axle. I really won't know until I get down, but it seems like my springs have been knocked off a little bit under here. I don't know if you can see that. Of course, my lights got disconnected. This is a terrible road. Anyway, I'm going to try to get this thing down. I'll pull that wheel off and I'll pound on it, and then around that side, that edge back over, and throw some paint on it. It also broke the thing that holds this and bent this one. So I don't know why that happened. Anyway, we're going to head on out of here. Go to Bravo. And Bravo, get in. Come on. Get in, buddy. Get in. Good boy. Yes, he's got a toy there. Oh yeah. Say hello, Bravo. Say hello. Well, just to let you know, it's sunny right now, but it was sleeting and raining hard an hour ago. So there's one thing I forgot to shut that I do want to shut, and that is my outside faucet on my cabinet. This is my low point on my whole system. So I can shut that thing, open that thing up, open up all my faucets, and my system pretty much drains itself, including the hot water heater. So well, I hope you enjoyed this video. I am going to try to get some video on the way out of the scenery. Not as beautiful it was 3 weeks ago with all the leaves, but I hope you enjoy it. If you like my videos, please like, subscribe, give me a thumbs up, comment. I don't care. Tell me you don't like them, but could use the help here and in retirement. So appreciate it. And until next time, you know, if you have a memory to share with somebody, tell it in the form of a story, and keep those stories coming. Take care, my friends. Talk to you soon.